Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I am in the camper right now. We are getting ready to go on a camping trip. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'm out here just bringing the groceries out. We turned on the fridge yesterday when we were out here, so I'm going to go ahead and get the groceries put away. Alright, now while we were out here yesterday, we noticed there was a slight issue with the smoke detector. It kept beeping, so got a new battery for it. We'll see if this makes any kind of difference. We'll see. Hopefully it fixes it. Well, so far the thing's not beeping, so we'll call that a win. Well, I've got a few things I need to bring in. Stuff I don't need to really deal with right this moment, but I just need to get it out of my truck so that it's ready to go tomorrow. But anyway, see you in a minute. Alrighty. Well, after the last camping trip we took, the storage underneath the front of the camper got really kind of messed up. So I am going to take a moment today and kind of clean that up a little bit so that tomorrow when I get down to the campsite, everything is exactly where it's supposed to be and I'll be able to find everything easily. So I'll see you outside in a minute so we can get those reorganized. That side looks good. Let's check the other one real quick. Alright, well, that's going to do it for today. I will see you guys when I'm out here getting hooked up to the camper tomorrow. Really excited to finally be getting out again. Alright everybody, it is the next day. Finally got everything hooked up here. I did run into a little bit of issues with my 7-point switch. So hopefully everything goes okay. Trailer brakes work, everything's so far so good. But we are gonna get on the road now. So wish me luck. Well, good morning everybody. It is about 7:45 in the morning, so that means I have to be quiet. But what I'm doing is I'm currently going to be smoking a little bit of pork shoulder, and be having some pulled pork later, so I wanted to walk you through that. Currently I have the smoker getting warmed up to 225 degrees. It's a little chilly this morning, so it's taking a little while. But what I need to do right now is get the meat prepped so we can get it into the smoker. For this, I'm going to try this new rub here. It's called Butt Rub. Thought the name was hilarious, and I'm smoking pork butt, so it seemed fitting. So I'm going to go ahead and get this opened up. I'm going to apply liberally. Alright, that's pretty much about ready to go. I'm going to rinse my hands off, and we'll get this put in here shortly. Alright. Smoker is starting to come up to temperature. Now that it's starting to warm up, I'll go ahead and add in my first batch of wood chips here. I'm using apple wood chips for this one. They've been soaking for about the last half hour, 45 minutes or so in water. And once we get good smoke rolling out the top, I'll go ahead and put the pork in. All right, looks like we got some pretty good smoke rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and get this put in. Now that it's in, I just gotta let it get back up to temperature. and then make sure it regulates, stays around 225. Goal is to smoke this to somewhere around 200 degrees internal temperature. So let this get up to speed, and I'll check it periodically and change out the wood chips about every hour. There is a water pan in this smoker, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but in that water pan is a half and half mixture of apple juice and water, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm using apple wood chips. That's my go-to whenever I'm doing anything pork. So just got to keep an eye on this, make sure it gets up at temperature and that the smoke stays rolling, and I'll change out the wood chips roughly every hour or so. So I'll see you here in a little bit. Alright everybody, well, as I'm putting this video together, I realized that at this point, this is when my filming completely went to crap. Unfortunately, we were dealing with some family issues while we were down there, and just to be quite frank, I really just wasn't in the mood to film a whole lot. That being said, we still managed to have a very good time. We had our pulled pork. It ended up being absolutely delicious. We shared it with most of the people we were camping with because we knew just about everybody there. In addition, the next morning, my children participated in the Catholic Order of Foresters Youth Fishing Derby down at Kincaid Lake State Park. As you can see here, we caught a lot of fish, and Rosalind even caught a young snapping turtle. So we ended up having an absolute blast. A little bit later on, my brother and his wife and their children came to visit, so we hung out with them, along with having obviously a couple of campfires and stuff like that. We had an absolute blast. A little bit of an update for something I mentioned early on in the video. I never had another issue with the 7-point connection between the truck and the trailer. I don't know what was going on with that. We tested everything. Everything seems like it should be fine. So overall, it was an absolutely wonderful trip. Again, sorry that I kind of stopped filming after a little bit there, but we just had a lot going on, and I just couldn't bring myself to pick up the camera. So that being said, that is going to do it for this particular episode. Stay tuned to the channel because the next video that you're going to see is going to be my first deer hunt of the season, coming soon, I'm sure. That being said, I want to thank you again so much for watching. You have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. If you're getting ready to go to bed, you have a good night's sleep, and I will see you on the next one.